If your marketing isn't landing with your audience, you are usually missing one of the three things: positioning, differentiation, or clear value proposition. In the next few minutes, I'll show you what each one actually brings to the table and how to combine them together for maximum punch. Most marketing confusion does not come from tactics. It doesn't come from not knowing enough frameworks. It doesn't come from not posting enough content or running enough ads. It comes from mixing up these three core strategic layers. If these three aren't structurally clear, your messaging will constantly shift. Sales will reinterpret it. Leadership will tweak it. The end result will not land with your audience. And over time, this will make your marketing look unstable. By the end of this video, you will understand the correct strategic sequence and why reversing it quietly sabotages your marketing. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Thomas. I've spent over 20 years in the marketing industry and more than 10 years teaching marketing strategy. After working with hundreds of businesses, I realized most confusion in marketing comes from mixing up core concepts. This video clarifies how positioning, differentiation, and value proposition actually fit together. Let's start at the top layer. Positioning is a strategic choice. It answers four critical questions. Who exactly is this for? What specific problem do they currently have? What exactly makes your product the best choice for those people to solve that problem? And compared to what alternative? Positioning is not a slogan. It's not a tagline. It's not a clever sentence on your homepage. It's a structured alignment between a specific person, a specific problem, a specific advantage you have, and a specific alternative your audience currently considers. If any one of those is vague, positioning becomes weak. Let's use a simple hypothetical example. Imagine free marketing coaching programs. Program A says, for anyone who wants to learn marketing. That's not positioning, that's just availability. Program B says, for startup founders who need help with ads. Better, at least there's an audience and a task. Program C says, for overwhelmed in-house marketers whose work keeps reopening because meetings are opinion-driven. Now we have something precise. This defines a specific audience, in-house marketers, a specific situation, overwhelmed, a specific problem, work keeps reopening, a specific context, opinion-driven meetings. Program C has chosen its battlefield. That's positioning. Positioning decides where you compete. If you don't choose, the market chooses for you. And that rarely ends well. Now we move down one layer. If positioning is the strategic choice, differentiation is the structural design that supports it. Differentiation answers what makes this offer structurally different in a way that supports the positioning. Notice what I did not say. Differentiation is not about being quirky. It's not about being loud. It's not about being visually different. It is about structural attributes that reinforce the positioning. There are two types of competitive attributes: points of parity and points of differentiation. Points of parity are the basic expectations required to compete. In marketing coaching, that might include video lessons, templates, worksheets, frameworks, live sessions, Q&As. Without these, the offer may not be considered credible. But parity does not create advantage. It simply earns you the right to play. Points of differentiation are different. These are attributes that support the chosen positioning, matter deeply to the specific audience, and are not easily copied. Let's go back to Program C. If the positioning is for overwhelmed in-house marketers whose work keeps reopening because meetings are opinion-driven, the differentiation might include a structured decision framework instead of inspiration, clear argument building systems for meetings, practical positioning construction exercises, feedback focused on logic, not opinion. Notice how these structural elements directly solve the chosen problem. This is not random uniqueness. This is engineered relevance. Differentiation must reinforce positioning. If it does not, it's decorative. And decorative strategy doesn't hold under pressure. Now we move to the third layer. Value proposition is the articulation of value. It answers one core question: why should someone choose this? But before we go deeper, we need to understand something important. Value can be communicated at different depths. I call this the persuasion ladder. There are 6 levels of value communication. Features, what it includes. Benefits, what you get. Problem solved, what pain disappears. Enemy, what it fights against. Life improvement, what gets better, what replaces the problem. And identity transformation, who you get to become. The deeper the level, the stronger the emotional connection. Most marketing never goes beyond features and benefits. That's why it feels transactional. And transactional messaging rarely builds long-term advantage. Now let's talk about 3 levels of value proposition depth. Each follows a 2-part structure. We offer you this so that you get this. Level 1, technical level. We offer you this feature so that you get this benefit. Example, we offer structured marketing templates so that you can build campaigns faster. This is practical, but shallow. Level 2, problem level. We solve this problem so that your life improves in this way. Example, we eliminate opinion-driven marketing decisions so that your work stops getting reopened and meetings feel calmer. Now we're speaking to lived experience. Level 3, audience transformation level. We fight this enemy so that you become this kind of person. Example, we fight chaotic opinion-based marketing so that you become a confident strategic authority in the room. This level connects to identity, and identity-level value propositions are the strongest because people don't just buy solutions, they buy who they want to become. And that's where true differentiation becomes visible. Now let's put it all together. Positioning defines who it's for and what problem it solves. Differentiation designs how the product structurally supports that positioning. Value proposition communicates why that differentiation matters. And the order is critical. Positioning, differentiation, value proposition. Most marketers reverse this. They start with value proposition. They try to write clever statements. They polish words. They tweak headlines. But if positioning is vague, value statements feel forced. If differentiation is weak, the value proposition sounds generic. If value proposition is shallow, the offer feels transactional. Strong marketing begins with strategic clarity. Messaging becomes easier when structure is clear. Execution becomes simpler when sequencing is correct. Positioning chooses the battlefield. Differentiation builds the weapon. Value proposition explains why it matters. When these 3 align, marketing becomes clearer, more persuasive, more sustainable. And here's the deeper insight. Clarity at the strategic level simplifies execution at the tactical level. When positioning is precise, you know who you speak to. When differentiation is structural, you know what to build. When value proposition is deep, you know how to communicate. And suddenly, marketing doesn't feel chaotic. It feels intentional, structured, strategic. That's the difference between activity and strategy. And once you see these 3 layers clearly, you won't confuse them ever again. If you like this video, you will also appreciate this one. It covers the science of persuasion extensively. Thanks for watching.